Let's look ahead a little bit now to this season. You know, obviously you guys are going to come in heavy favorites to repeat as district champions. So what are your goals both as a team and as individuals as we embark on the 2021-22 season?
Let's do team goals first.
Okay.
Obviously win D10.
Yes.
And make a run in the state playoffs.
Yep. Riley and I are kind of, I want to say like biased on this one because, you know, Margot, her group, they got 2 titles. We want to get 3. I would really like to be the most decorated class
Could have
to
been 4,
graduate.
but
Yeah. We'll make it 3 and
yeah. And then
give people a run for
individual,
their money.
I think just like being like good senior leaders.
Scoring
and,
her 1,000th point.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna say
that too.
But that.
Breaking the scoring record.
Maybe a long shot.
Yeah. So
Yes, being good leaders definitely is the biggest part. It's us now, so we do a good job of just leaning on each other and doing that, being positive, because we kind of have a young group-ish, pretty young I'd say. So with all of our experience, and then sometimes there's younger ones who are like, oh, you know, like come on, can't you like just do this? It's just like we give each other patience by just being like, okay, Emma, it's fine, or Riley, it's fine, like just walk away. But it'll be good.
Yeah, so you mentioned some of those milestone achievements. You know, Emma, last year you got to your 1,000 points, and appropriately, Riley, you were the one that gave her the assist on the 1,000 point.
If I don't give her the assist on hers, I'm gonna be mad. I will not. Sammy passes it to you, I'm blocking it.
So take me through that. As you know, Emma, you had said at one point you didn't realize it until your teammates reacted kind of on the bench.
Yeah.
But as the person who's passing the ball, as your teammate, did you know in that moment, okay, she needs one more bucket for this?
I didn't know.
You didn't know either?
No, I lost count in my head, and I just like kept passing the ball to Emma, and then Tegan. I think Tegan and Kelsey were definitely counting.
They were counting because they knew right away.
And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. And then
God, if I would have kept track, I probably would have scored 2
0.
points that game. Like I just had to not think about it.
So take me through that a little bit, though. As you're the player and you know you're coming into a game where you're sure you're kind of in a position where you can get to that milestone moment. What are you thinking about, you know, pregame and then as the game gets going?
Well, last year it was kind of hard because people started doing like triangles and 2s and blocks and 1s and all that stupid stuff. But so it was kind of frustrating because like once I started doing it, Ryan and I both went through a slump where like we were, you know, below double digits in a few games, and we're just, you know, we're not used to that. Like we're used to just being able to score at will, and so that kind of like made me a little bit like nervous, like, oh my gosh, like I'm really sick of this. And I knew I was close, and I think my mom like said something to all of us
before the game.
Before the game.
I was
you
really
didn't even
mad
know,
because I didn't know. So me and Kara ran to Walmart before the game and made a sign and got her candy and came back.
But I just had to keep telling myself like, it's, what was it, 16 points?
16.
It's 16 points, like you can do it, you're fine, don't think about it. And I feel like I missed like probably my first 1 or 2 shots of the game, and then I was like, okay, and as soon as I made one, I was like, all right, this is fine. Stop thinking about it. And then Riley passed it to me.
About the foul line.
Yeah, foul line.
Right,
and I shot it, and I was like, dang, I might be close. And I turned around, and Tegan was like running up to me, and mom was like crying, and I was like, oh, I did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the biggest thing, and for any advice, which I will give her, is just do not think about it and don't count, because good player, you're going to score them, and really good. There's a reason 1,000-point scores are 1,000-point scores. So.
Well, so let's turn to you, Riley. I mean, you're coming into this tournament, I think 16 points away yourself, if I'm not mistaken. Does that kind of weigh on you at all, or are you just trying to treat it as just another game or 2 games or whatever it is as you come into this tip-off tournament?
I mean, I'm trying to treat it as just like a regular game, but it's also like my family's coming into town, so then I feel like I have a lot of pressure on me, but I just can't think about it. But yeah, it's just a regular game.
You know, and you guys mentioned one of your team goals is to make a run in states.
Yeah.
To date, the program does not have a state playoff win.
Correct.
What would it mean to you guys to be part of that first team that gets a win in the state tournament?
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I remember how, like, after, what was it, like 2016, when they won the first District 10 title, like, I was, what grade would we have been in? Sixth grade.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so cool, like, to be the first people to do something. And I just think nobody deserves it better than
And
us
last year
to be
in-
the first team
yeah.
to do it. So
In 10th and 11th grade, we played Chartiers Valley and got killed.
yeah.
Freshman year was
Wait,
our closest.
and
to-
last year we played Tri Valley.
Oh.
Yeah. So hopefully we
yeah.
don't play them again.
Yeah, I know.
But we'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But what is that experience? You know, you're playing one of the top teams in the state, you know, right
Yeah.
out of the gate. But what does that do for you from an experience level as far as preparing you for that challenge this season?
The Whippeal, obviously, like I play AAU down there for the Bruins, and Riley, you've played like in against people and with people from that area, and Pittsburgh, they're freaking good at basketball, and it's just a good experience to know, like, we think we're pretty good, but kind of being humbled a little bit, like, okay, yeah, you are good, but you know, there's teams better than you, and I think it just motivates us to know when we do hopefully get to those state playoffs, like, okay, we got to come in ready to go right from the start. So.
And you guys are going to have one of those kind of challenges again in the middle of this season. A lot of teams locally will be playing in local holiday tournaments, and you guys are making a trip down to Florida. You're going to play in a tournament with, I believe, 6 teams that are top 10 in the state down there? Yeah. So what is that going to be able to do for you guys, having a mid-season challenge like that as you get into the heart of your regular season life?
It'll be a good test to see how well we work when things are not going good
Our way.
And I just think it will give the younger, I think it got quiet. The younger kids a good experience because I don't know, just better teams, and it'll just be a fun bonding moment to be down there for those 5 days.
And, you know, everything's good when we're winning games, but you kind of find your flaws when you get down. And I think having that in the middle of the season so we can, recognize that is going to help so much when we get to that point, maybe in the state playoffs, where we're playing a really good team and we might be kind of down or something like that. So I think it's going to be really helpful for us.
We're going to look kind of way ahead now. You guys are both going to be on to the next level after your senior season, going to go on and play at college. What's it going to be like, do you think, for the first time in your athletic career, basically, you guys are going to have to go into a season not as teammates?
Weird.
Yeah, it's going to be weird because, I don't know, I always, have, a guard that I can, trust that can catch the ball and score, which in college everyone can score, but it'd just be,
it's
weird
different
it
trust.
not being Emma.
Yeah, I agree. And, it's not even so much, I mean, having a point guard like this, it's awesome. It really works. And just the trust, and then just the honesty that we can have with each other, in the
and
games.
not get mad at each
not
other.
get mad at each other
Yeah.
when we're hey, see this, or okay, yeah, I'll see this, but you need to see this, and stuff like that. We always are bouncing ideas off of each other, and we're always just leading our team together. And so not having that is going to be different, but it might be good for us. Get away from each other for a little bit.
What are you each looking most forward to about stepping onto a college court for the first time?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't
I'll
thought
go.
about it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, probably, I know, what I enjoy most about AAU season is playing with people who all have the same, goals and stuff, and all, they want to be there. Obviously, I think we're pretty blessed with our high school team. Most people want to be here, but at the college level, it's different. They're literally paying for your education for you to be there. And so, the intensity of it, and just, that's going to be, it already is my life, but, that's my life. And I don't know. I just think that's so cool.
Yeah, same as her.
Coming back to high school now, as you come into your senior season, when it's all said and done, and people look back on these 4 years that you guys have been at Warren Area High School, what is it that you want people to think about when they think about your time here at Warren?
Just how basketball can give you the best of friends, and you create friendships that you never thought that you would make, and 13 years playing basketball together is a long time. So
yeah. Aw, that was sad. Wait, there's something else I was gonna say, and then Riley had to make it sad. I mean, I want people to think dang, they're really good and they got a lot of wins.
Be what's it called? People look up to you. What's that called again?
Yes, that's our biggest.
What is that called?
Role models. We want to be role models, and I feel Riley, whenever we run our camps and stuff, I just find so much joy in that, and I know Riley does too, and I just know how much we looked up to DJ and Margot and all these other players when we were little, and we just hope that the next generation can look up to us and be you know what, they're best friends. Be I want to be like Emma and Riley when I grow up. So that's it.
All right, Warren's Emma Ruhlman and Riley Childress, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
Best of luck
Yeah.
this season.
Thank you.
Thank you.